Dipole moment is very important property for the determination of rotational spectra or IR spectra of a molecule. So we must know some basics about dipole moment. This dipole moment is denoted by nu. Dipole moment is denoted by mu. This dipole moment is an intrinsic property. Intrinsic property means the property which is independent on quantity of a substance. For example, if you are given 1 gram of a sample and determine the dipole moment, the dipole moment of 1 gram of a substance is same as that of the 100 gram of a substance. That means this property is independent on quantity of substance. The definition of dipole moment is, it is a product of, this dipole moment is the product of magnitude of charge. Magnitude of charge. This charge may be denoted by E or it may be denoted by Q, and distance between the charge. If you have taken example of a molecule, this molecule is made up of 2 atoms or 3 atoms or whatever may be, depends upon the molecule. If we have considered a diatomic molecule, in case of diatomic molecule, this molecule is made up of 2 atoms. So, suppose this molecule is made up of atoms with a charge Q, and the distance between these 2 atoms is R, which is equal to the bond length. So, the product of the charge and product of magnitude of the charge on the atom and distance between 2 atoms is called as the dipole moment. This property is important because the molecule which possesses a dipole moment, these molecules only show the rotational spectra or vibrational spectra. How this property is determined, or how this property is generated in the molecule. Suppose you can consider a diatomic molecule. Diatomic molecules means a molecule which is made up of 2 atoms. This is a distance R between them. Each atom contains nucleus at the center and electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Similarly, here also electrons are present here. Nucleus is present at the center and electrons are revolving around the nucleus. The charges which are present on the nucleus and electron, they are oppositely charged. Nucleus carries a positive charge and electron carries a negative charge. They are equally balanced. When a molecule is formed by combination of 2 atoms, they are adjusted with each other in such a way that there are 2 types of interactions are taking place in 2 atoms. One is repulsive type of interaction. These repulsive type of interactions are present in between positively charged nucleus. That is, in between, suppose N is nucleus. In between nucleus of 1 atom and nucleus of 2 atoms, these 2 atoms containing a nucleus, both they are positively charged. That's why there is a repulsion between these 2 charges, positive charges, after a certain point. Similarly, the repulsion between the electrons which are present in 1 atom and second. So, the distance is adjusted in such a way that all these forces are equally balanced. One force is there, and this force is the attractive force. Attractive force is present in between nucleus and electron. This nucleus may be of same atom or it may be of a different atom. So, based on the interaction between the nucleus and electron, between same atom and another atom, if repulsive and attractive forces are equally balanced, then this molecule becomes stable, and this shows a specific distance which is denoted by bond length. Suppose a diatomic molecule is made up of homoatoms. For example, H2, Cl2, all these molecules are homodiatomic molecules. What is the homodiatomic molecules? These are the diatomic molecules which are made up of same atoms. These are called as the homodiatomic molecules. In case of homodiatomic molecules, both the atoms have a same electronegativity. They have same electronegativity. Charge distribution in a molecule is symmetrical. That is, there is a symmetrical charge distribution is present around the atoms in a molecule of a homodiatomic molecules, because both they are made up of a same atoms. The charges which are present in between them and the bond which is formed between the two atoms at a equal distance from two atoms. Suppose the electrons which are shared by the two atoms is at a equal distance from both the atoms. This dipole moment property is used for a covalent compounds. That is, the compounds which are made up of a covalent bond only. This H2 molecule is made up of a covalent bond, and in this covalent bond, the electrons which are shared between these two hydrogen atoms, they are at an equal distance from both the two hydrogen atoms. That means they are symmetrically distributed around the nucleus of hydrogen atoms. So there is no problem with this in the diatomic molecule. You can consider Cl2, N2, O2, etc. all the molecules. These contain symmetrical charge distribution around the nucleus. So all these molecules are non-polar in nature. That means this molecule does not contain any kind of charge separation. This molecule does not form any kind of dipole in the molecule. So these molecules does not show any kind of dipole moment. Instead of these, if you have considered heterodiatomic molecule, you can consider a heterodiatomic molecule. Heterodiatomic molecules means what? The diatomic molecules which are made up of different atoms. For example, you can consider HCl. HCl is made up of H and Cl. The bond which is formed in between the HCl is covalent bond. The bond is covalent bond. Suppose this is HCl and this is Cl minus. Out of these two atoms, one this is a chlorine. In periodic table, the position of this chlorine on the right hand side. As we go from left hand side to the right hand side in the periodic table, that is along a thread, as we go from left to right, electronegativity increases. As compared to chlorine, hydrogen is a positive and chlorine is negative. Because why this is negative? Because chlorine is more electronegative as compared to hydrogen. So due to the electronegativity, what is meant by electronegativity? Electronegativity means the tendency of atom to attract electron towards itself. So the tendency of chlorine to attract electron towards itself is more as compared to hydrogen atom. That's why chlorine is more electronegative. So what happens? This chlorine try to attract electron towards itself. So there is a charge separation is present on the molecule. It doesn't mean that there is a breaking of bond. It doesn't mean that there is a formation of H plus and Cl minus ions. But the meaning is there is a charge separation is taking place between two atoms. That's why the charge distribution is not a symmetrical now. What happens? Suppose this is a chlorine. Chlorine attracts the electron towards it. The size of chlorine is bigger. Attracts towards itself, and that's why what happens? The electrons from on the hydrogen, they are attracted towards the chlorine. If you have considered the overall charge distribution at that time, this side contains more electronegative, this side contains more electrons as compared to this side. So there is the formation of positive charge, partial positive charge here because it is electron deficient, and this is electron rich. There is the formation of partial positive charge and partial negative charge on hydrogen and chlorine. You must know the dipole moment is represented by an arrow. Dipole moment is represented by arrow pointing towards negatively charged atom, and the tail is crossed. The length of this arrow is depend on magnitude of dipole moment of that molecule. So here, suppose hydrogen is here and Cl is here. This arrow pointing towards the negatively charged or more electronegative atom. So this is the concept of dipole moment. You can consider any kind of a heterodiatomic molecule. There is a charge separation, and if there is a charge separation is present in the molecule, these molecules generated a partial positive and partial negative charge. That is the generation of a dipole in the molecule, and the formation of a dipole generated a polarity in the molecule. That's why these molecules are polar in nature. So the nature of covalent bond in the heteroatom is polar covalent bond. This bond which is present in the heterodiatomic molecules, this bond is a polar covalent bond. So the molecules which present polar covalent bond, these molecules shows a dipole moment. We could have considered a polyatomic molecule. We can consider polyatomic molecules. We have considered diatomic molecules containing homodiatomic molecules and heterodiatomic molecules. Now you can consider a polyatomic molecule. In polyatomic molecules, if a molecule contains more than 2 atoms, these molecules are called as polyatomic molecules. Suppose you can take an example of CO2. Valency of carbon is 4 and the valency of oxygen is 2. So this molecule is completely balanced. Now the question is whether CO2 is a linear molecule or non-linear molecule. If you have taken a spectra or if you have determined the dipole moment, this CO2 molecule does not show a dipole moment. This CO2 molecule does not show a dipole moment. So dipole moment of this CO2 molecule, that is carbon dioxide, is 0. Now the question is, this molecule also contains heteroatoms. This is oxygen is more electronegative as compared to carbon. So why not the dipoles are formed in the carbon and oxygen bond? The actual answer is there is a formation of dipole here. That means this is slightly positively charged, this is slightly negative charge, this is also slightly negative charge, and this, that is here the charge separation is possible in case of a CO2 molecule. But then also, why this CO2 does not show the dipole moment? For that, you must know the concept of bond movement. Bond movement means the dipole moment of a single bond is called as bond movement. Single bond means a bond between two atoms. In between these two atoms, that is carbon and oxygen, as well as in between these two carbon and oxygen. So you can consider this is the first oxygen and this is second oxygen. In between carbon and first oxygen, as well as in between carbon and second oxygen, both the bonds contain a dipole moment. Why? Because this oxygen is partially negatively charged, because the negativity of oxygen is greater as compared to carbon. As we go from left hand side to right hand side, atomic number of carbon is 6, nitrogen is 7 and oxygen is 8. So oxygen is at a right hand side as compared to carbon. So oxygen is more electronegative as compared to carbon due to addition of electrons in the same energy cell. So what happens here? Even though oxygen is more negative, if this oxygen attracts electron towards itself, suppose first oxygen attracts electron towards itself, at that time carbon is more deficient and this oxygen is also electron negative. This oxygen is also trying to pull electron towards itself. So the bond movement or the direction of dipole moment in between these two bonds is in this direction, from positive to negative. Similarly, the bond between carbon and oxygen is here, and the direction of dipole moment is just exactly opposite to the first bond. Both the bonds contain same elements, so the electronegativity of first bond and second bond will be equal. So they are equally attracted towards both the sides. That's why even though first bond and second bond, both the bonds shows a dipole moment, both that dipole moments are in opposite direction, so they are cancelled out each other and molecule shows zero dipole moment. Why? Because both the atoms which are present around the carbon, they are linear in nature. They are present linearly. Instead of this, suppose this bond is like this, then even though this oxygen attracts electron towards itself, so that the direction is like this, the direction of dipole moment is like this. Similarly, this oxygen attracts electron towards itself, so direction is like this. So the vector combination of these two directions is in like this. So the vector, the another definition of dipole moment is the sum of vectors of bonds which are present in a molecule is nothing but the dipole moment. So this is the overall dipole moment or the net dipole moment. This net dipole moment is the combination of or the sum of two dipole moments which are present on the respective bonds. But this can only happen when your atom is angular in nature. After determination of the dipole moment, we observe that this molecule, that is CO2 molecule, does not show the dipole moment, which indicates CO2 is linear in nature. So this dipole moment property can be used for the determination of a structure of molecule. So there is a confusion here whether this structure is like linear or angular. This can be confirmed by using a dipole moment.